Alright, battlers. A 1988 Yamaha Terra Pro. And if it fires up and dies, remove your spark arrestor. She'll run great after that. It's even got the PTO. Put that back on. Right now, park brake's on. It's in neutral. Check out the lights. Right now it's in low. Let's go to high. Brights here. I'm not really impressed. The seat doesn't belong to this one. It belongs to a different bike, which is sitting right there. Brand new. Key switch is brand new. Not bad. Not bad at all. You have your thumb throttle right here. You have your other throttle right here. As a matter of fact, how many miles did I put on this thing since I owned it? That's how many miles I put on it. When I first bought it, it had more miles. I reset the odometer. So, yeah. It's got a brand new battery. New carburetor. Yeah, it turns out pretty good. Of course, I just took that off my truck. It's a 2-inch ball. So I could actually pull this big Goliath of a trailer instead of using my big black Ford over there. And yeah, but yeah, keep this in mind. If your 4-wheeler fires up and dies every time, and it seems like it's a gas problem or something, do the obvious thing. Check first. Check and pull your spark arrestor out. Then start doing the other diagnostics and checks. And if that wasn't the problem, then you know that the spark arrestor wasn't the problem. I'll leave that on. And this guy over here, do a little video on this one real quick as well, which is going to be included in this video. This one is a 86 Yamaha Moto 4 200. We know that the neutral light and the reverse light work. The headlight doesn't work. The tail light does not work. And we know that at this point in time that the motor's in pieces. Flip this over so y'all can get a good look at that. There's your answer. And yeah, it's pull start and electric start. And it's a pretty decent bike. We're gonna jump up on the trailer here, walk you on the other side. This one only has the 3-wheeler lugs. It only got 3 lugs. 3 lug nuts on either side on the rear end. Right there. 1, 2, 3. That's all there is. And then this one up here, the front axle's got 4. And this right here, I do believe is an oil filter. Don't quote me on that. I think that's what that is, though. Of course, you have your oil dipstick here. And, of course, you have your cover. Right here is your fuse. Coil wires hanging down for a reason. But yeah, other than that, it's actually a pretty good looking quad here. You know? But there's really nothing wrong with it other than the engine. The engine doesn't run. It just needs a new top end put on. So, yeah. It was last licensed. Here, let me show you guys that. It was last registered in 86. Let's see here. Yeah, 86. That used to say May of 86. So, May of 1986. This one was never registered. Got new tubes. That's right. It's got new tubes in the tires. Wrong side. But right now it still needs more work. Because the one, that one's broke off. This one here is stripped, literally stripped out. Just got one there and one there. That's holding the wheel on right now. And I did find some aftermarket parts for this. Aftermarket performance parts. So, and it's been a long while since I uploaded, since I made a video, you know. But, you know, I decided why not. So, and this right here is the e-brake. Pull it like this, turn it, push it in, then turn it. And then you pull it out. Shifter. Let's take a little look under the seat here. There's your air box. Right there's the air box. There is the carburetor. Okay, let's take a look at the battery side of things, shall we? This is going to be a little tricky doing it one-handed here. Give me a second. Set the camera down real quick, because, you know, it's kind of hard for me to do this with one hand. All right. Now, take a look at the battery box. Brand new battery. Let's see. Can I show you guys the name brand of this? It's a die-hard battery from the local parts store. That battery right there was $52. And well, basically it was $52.99 plus tax. So basically it was roughly around $60-something. So yeah. I have more parts coming for this. I have to order the proper seat for this. And that seat needs to go back onto that guy. But yeah. Yeah, everything's looking pretty decent. The tires on this one here, on this little one, I don't know what we're gonna do with that just yet. I have a plan for it, but I'm not going to tell you guys what it is until I figure out what the plan is officially. This one here, the 88 Terra Pro. The headlights are getting replaced. Taillights getting replaced. All LED stuff for the lighting. Now the indicators, this indicator right here, let me zoom, get close up on it. The orange one says PTO. Well, that PTO light no longer works. So we're gonna pull the bulb out of that one. So, all right, well, stay tuned, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Later. All right, we're working on the 1986 Yamaha Moto 4 200 today. We're working on electrical. Trying to figure out what is going on. Things like that. Still got to order the parts for that, but we'll come back to that on a later date. Just showing you guys what we got going on right now. Petrified wiring. Right here is all petrified. We're going to fix all that. We're going to replace all those connections. We're going to clean it all up. Make it look good. Already got a ground wire right there. Running down for the test light and stuff like that. Got the tail light disconnected at the moment. Stuff like that. So stay tuned. All right, we're finally officially back to work on the 1986 Yamaha Moto 4 200. All right, what we got going on is that, let me grab it real quick. Put it over here. Still working on a little bit of the, well, actually we were just finishing up the electrical here. And stuff like that. And I'll show you guys what we got going on so far. Took the original airbox out. Just completely full of crap. Fusible link here is all put back together because it was all broken. This wire down here is put back together correctly and stuff like that. And waiting on some stuff. Got the top end kit, the top end rebuild kit coming. Should be here in a couple weeks. Hopefully it arrives on time. And I'm also gonna replace the voltage regulator, which is right there. And it just unplugs right here. Just unplug that, unbolt. Take the 2 bolts out of here. Take that off. The starter relay deal. We're gonna replace the relay on that. We're gonna replace the tail light housing with an LED one. Same with the headlight. Fuel tank is all cleaned up and stuff like that. All the varnish is out of the gas tank. Gonna replace this choke cable here. And we're also gonna replace the reverse lever because it doesn't want to cooperate anymore. See if we can get a closer view on that. Come on, focus. Anyway, it's broken. And I apologize for the lighting, guys. Sorry about the lighting out here. It's super bright. But yeah, and gonna cap this piece of the frame. We're just gonna cap it off. So, and the way this the original airbox works is that it connects to here, and then it has vents up here on the front to where the air goes through the frame, through the airbox, from the airbox to the carburetor. That's the way that factory original airbox works. And on top of all that, get you guys a better view here. This light switch here is, this whole mechanism here is no good. It is completely broken internally. That doesn't really do anything anymore. This doesn't do anything at all. And we're gonna put new hand grips on. We're gonna replace the choke, like I said, and we're gonna put a new key switch in, and eventually we're gonna replace these two indicator lights with an LED setup. And we're also gonna replace the front brake cable, well, front brake cables, and we're also gonna replace, I don't know if you guys can tell, but, well, this one you can tell. The tires are completely split. Also gonna get a new one of these, new wheel dust cap for the front here. I'm gonna replace all 4 of them. And eventually we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna replace the shifter lever here. I'm just gonna replace that as well. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Here, let's see if I can get you guys a better look of the voltage regulator here. Give me a second. That's the voltage regulator. I know it's not very good. There it is. Voltage regulator is right underneath this metal plate. And yes, I did do a check to do a verification on something. This right here is the actual oil filter. Right behind this plate. This is the actual oil filter. So this right here has been confirmed that it is an actual oil filter that's behind that cover. I have called the shop and they said that that's definitely an actual oil filter housing right here. And let's see what else that we got going on here. This cable right here, this is the cable that goes from the starter relay all the way down to the starter. We're gonna go ahead. I've already did a bench test on the starter. Starter works. And throttle works just fine. We're gonna redo all the wheel studs, lug nuts. We're gonna replace all those, all of them, and things like that. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to nicely find new fender flaps here. You know, these black parts right here. We're gonna go ahead and replace these. We're gonna try to clean up the fenders, front and rear fenders, and we're gonna try to repaint these, try to make them nice again, try to paint them back to the original blue colored that they were once. Starter relay right here, we're just gonna go ahead and replace all this, do away with that old one and put in all new. This up here is supposedly, from what I read online is that this up here, this relay is the starter relay. That's connected to the starter solenoid. That's what I read online. And, you know, things like that. But got a top end rebuild kit coming for the top, obviously. Yeah. As we move forward here, I'll keep you guys up to date on everything that we got going on here. We're gonna check and see if the coil here is any good, and if it isn't, then we'll go ahead and we'll just replace that as well. We're gonna replace the tires. All the tires are gonna be replaced. Brand new tires with actual inner tubes in the new tires, so they will last a little bit longer than, you know. Well, I know these are flat. I mean, you can tell they're flat, but we call those, I'd call those square tires. But yeah, brakes work. The rear brakes work. The rear parking brake works. All that stuff works. We're going to flush out everything in the motor here. I'm going to flush all this out. This crankcase breather tube is going to be replaced with an actual air filter, performance cold air filter system. But that's for a later date. But yeah, I'll keep you guys I'll keep you guys posted and up to date on the project here. It's coming together pretty well. And like I said, I apologize for the lighting. It's not the greatest. But yeah, stay tuned.